I have decided to no longer cover red carpets. As someone in media, red carpets was the most exciting part of my job, and now it's become the most daunting and disappointing part of my job. So after weighing the pros and cons, I've decided that I'm good on doing red carpet interviews. Let me tell you why. For starters, I am what they call in the hood a shoddy doo-wop. I'm vertically challenged. You know, good things come in small packages and I'm fine with that. But on a red carpet, it can be pure hell. I have been pushed on red carpets. I have been shoved on red carpets. I have been hit in the head with cameras, heavy cameras at that. And it's become a totally stressful environment to the point where I feel like, am I here to get an interview or am I on an episode of Media Survival? I should not cover a red carpet and go home with scratches and bruises. That just makes no sense. Then there's the logistics. In most cases, red carpets aren't that big. So you have multiple members of the media crammed together like sardines on a carpet. And I always end up next to someone who does not prioritize their personal hygiene. Happens every time. Oh, and then there's the celebrities, the talent. Imagine standing on a red carpet for 2 hours next to someone who doesn't take their personal hygiene seriously, getting hit in the head with cameras and pushed and shoved and elbows on your neck and shoulders, only for the talent that you've been waiting on for 2.5 hours to walk past you and say they don't feel like doing interviews. Say what now? The most recent red carpet that I covered, there were 3 main celebrities that I was there to see and interview. The first celebrity didn't even come to my side of the carpet. The second celebrity, halfway down the carpet, decided that they were no longer doing interviews because people was talking way too much and way too long. The third celebrity actually made it to me. Woo! But their publicist snatched them away the moment I began speaking, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of time." Oh, no. Y'all wasted my time. Do you know, speaking of time, do you know how long I've been down here waiting on y'all? Do you know how long I've been standing on this carpet? Do you know how bad my feet hurt? Do you know that this girl stinks? Do you know that this guy hit me in the head with his camera 3 times? We want to talk about time. Let's talk about time. Speaking of time, let's talk time management. Where I live, it takes me 1 hour to get into any event in Atlanta because I live in the burbs. With that being said, it takes me 1 hour to drive in, 1 hour to drive home. That's 2 hours off the docket already. And then I'll be on the red carpet for at least 2 to 3 hours. Now we're up to 5 hours for me to come home with absolutely nothing because one of the talent hid, the other talent decided they weren't doing any interviews, and the third talent was snatched away from me right in front of my face. How does this benefit me? What's the purpose of me being here? Especially when I'm self-contained. Ice Cream Convos is ran by me and only me. So the 5 hours that I spent down here working a red carpet that I'm not getting paid for, I'm also not getting paid because I'm not posting new content on my website for my readers to read. So it's a lose-lose situation for me. There's nothing in this for me. I'm down here on this red carpet covering this event to promote the film or to promote the projects of the talent that is supposed to come down this carpet and talk to me. So if you don't want to come down the carpet and talk to me, then why should I care to even come down here to cover your project and promote it to my audience? I'm actually doing the talent a favor. I'm actually doing the film a favor. I'm actually doing the producers and all of the people who are responsible for this project. I'm doing them a favor. They aren't doing me a favor. I could just go back home and write about R. Kelly. So, you know, when I really sat down and thought about it and when I really put the big picture together, I'm like, this really isn't benefiting me outside of having the opportunity to maybe see or speak to some of my favorite celebrities or some celebrities from a project that I'm really excited about. But it's not even a guarantee that I'm going to get to speak to these celebrities because they'll get on the carpet and decide they don't want to talk, or they'll get on the carpet and give one-word answers. There is an actress, she was my most favorite actress until I interviewed her on the red carpet. She gave me no eye contact, one-word answers, and she looked like she would rather be somewhere dunking a Dunkin' Donut into a cup of milk watching Netflix rather than standing there talking to me. And I'm trying to get information about your project in order to promote your project so that your film does well and so that you continue to get roles and get booked in these movies. So in hindsight, I'm grateful for every red carpet experience that I've had. I've had the opportunity to cover some really cool red carpets, but in covering really cool red carpets, there's still me getting abused on the carpet, hit, pushed. Last carpet, some guy started an argument with my husband. It got to the point where I started bringing my husband to red carpets as security to protect me from getting pushed, shoved, hit with cameras. And then at the last one that I brought him to, someone actually had the nerve to try to pop off on him for being there to protect me because they felt like he was in their way when they had plenty of room. So, when you take all of these things into consideration, it's like, what's really the benefit for me? I come home stressed. I'm stressed on the carpet. My anxiety is through the roof. I'm having to learn karate in real time to protect my neck. It's just really not worth it. And especially for me to come home with no content when all of the people that I came there to interview wouldn't even take the time or acknowledge me in order to do an interview. It's just a waste of time. So with that being said, going forward, I will be sticking to posting trailers, posting movie posters, and I'll call it a day. So from this point forward, I will no longer be covering red carpets unless they put together some type of amendment to protect me or some type of town hall meeting for me to share my gripes and my concerns for my safety. It's really not worth it in the long run, especially considering the fact that I don't get paid to even go through all of this stress. So maybe I'll reconsider if at some point in time in life the red carpets go back to the fun and exciting and safe environments that they used to be. But until then, no ma'am.